The Museum of the Strange. Episode 3.
The third room was very different from the other two. This one was dark and almost empty. The only thing in it was a mirror on one wall.
"I don't get it," said Laura.
"Go and look in the mirror if you want to see the future," said the guide quietly. Laura felt a little afraid, but she was curious to look in the mirror too. Slowly, the two friends walked to the mirror. At first, they couldn't see anything in the dark glass. Then a picture slowly appeared. It became clearer and clearer.
"Look," said Ben. "The mirror's showing us the outside of this museum."
"But it can't be today," said Laura. "It's a sunny day. Look, the guide is showing more people around the museum."
Everything in the museum is strange and interesting. And now it's time to see the newest part of our museum, an area all about the world of modern teenagers. Teenagers have a culture that is very different from ours. Their fashion, their hobbies, their beliefs.
Look at those terrible dummies!
Ben, it's us! We're the dummies! We're part of the museum!
Laura wanted to run, but her arms and legs suddenly felt heavy. Ben felt as cold as ice. It was hard to speak.
I can't move.
The museum guide laughed quietly.
Here at the museum, we collect strange things. And teenagers are the strangest thing of all. This is your home now. It's where you're going to be for a long, long time.
Laura could not speak. The same thought went around and around in her mind.
Nobody can help us now. Nobody. Unless... Declan, where are you?
Declan was bored, so he came to find his friends. When he saw the museum again, he thought he was in the wrong place at first. It didn't look like that before, he thought. He decided to go inside. The museum was dark, and it wasn't easy for Declan to look around. But then he went into the third room.
"Laura? Ben? What are you doing? What's wrong?"
His friends didn't answer. They didn't move. Declan couldn't explain it, but there was something strange about that mirror. He knew that he had to smash it. He picked up the nearest thing, which was a stone on the floor. Then he threw it. Immediately, Laura and Ben could move again.
"Run!"
shouted Laura. They ran. Declan heard a terrible voice behind them.
Come back! Come back.
He was near the door when he looked behind him. The thing that he saw was tall and grey, and it was moving fast.
"Don't stop!"
shouted Ben. At last, the three friends were outside. It felt fantastic. Declan was shaking.
What was that thing?
He asked. Laura looked back at the museum.
A ghost? A vampire? She said. We'll never know.
Just then, they heard a voice behind them. It's an ugly old building, isn't it? Years and years ago, it was a museum, the man continued. Now look at it. But don't worry, we're knocking it down tomorrow. Declan laughed. That's the best news that I've heard in a long time.
And look, said Laura with a smile. It stopped raining.
The end.